want to find out if these 4 home beauty tools are worth it, keep on watching. Welcome back to my channel. This is Makeup Maria from Miami. If you're living your best life in your mid plus years, or you love skincare and makeup, this is the place for you. Before we get into it, I want to mention that there are 2 important updates at the end of this video, so please try to hang on and wait and watch until the end. Okay, so today we're talking tools, beauty tools, that is. It's that late night QVC purchase or that drunken purchase from watching the wrong YouTuber. Been there, done that. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm here to save you from yourself. Just kidding. Here's my honest assessment of these home beauty tools for your enjoyment or use. Let's do this. The first review is the Nuface Mini. I purchased this about a year ago, maybe 2 actually. Yeah, it's been a while. I think it was before the pandemic that I purchased this. Oh, that's another thing that I should mention, that a lot of these types of gadgets have become very popular because of the pandemic and people are home, and so they're looking for beauty tools that they can use at home rather than going to the spa or the dermatologist. And that's not why I purchased any of these products, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, the Nuface Mini cost me about $100. I bought it on sale. There's a larger one that I don't think it's worth purchasing. It's more expensive. When I looked up the price currently, I was really surprised to see that it was about $150 to $200. I think that's way overpriced. I think you should be able to find it for $100. You just have to be a little patient. As far as how it works, I think that it does work, but there are 2 issues that I have with this. The first is that you have to use it very regularly, which is a challenge for me. I mean, I did at first, and then of course I dropped off, and then it was hard to pick it up again. But I think it's a nice product. It's easy to keep clean and it's easy to charge. So for that, I like it. The second issue I have with it is that it comes with a primer that the same company manufactures. You have to use it with a primer, and the primer is not inexpensive, and it doesn't add any value as far as moisturization, or it's not a good primer for under your makeup. And so what I would have to do is put on the primer, use the Nuface, wash off the primer, then add my skincare and sunscreen and makeup, which is a lot for me. And so for that reason, I haven't been using it as much. But because of this video, I pulled it out, charged it, and now I'm going to start using it again. So would I recommend it? Yes, if you are more disciplined than I am and you buy it on sale. So the next beauty tool that I'm reviewing is the Fraser Ice Globe's Cooling Facial Tool, and they cost $60. I purchased them because a beauty YouTuber, of course, was talking about it, and I find them to be very soothing. I think that they're a nice tool to have to depuff. I mean, women have been depuffing their skin with ice forever, so this is just an updated way of depuffing your skin. If you're prone to migraines, this is very nice. It's very soothing. So is it a nice tool to have? Yes. Does it do anything permanently? Probably not. And so it's nice, soothing home care if you're into that. But the problem with me is I honestly forget that I have them. When you first take them out of the freezer, they belong in the freezer. It's very cold, and it can be a little shocking, but your skin's warmth warms it up right away. So don't be too concerned about that. So I also want to mention that when I purchased them, they were lost in delivery, so I called the company, and they were very helpful. They sent me out a new upgraded one because the clear ones are the cheapest, and that's the ones I originally purchased, and they upgraded me to this beautiful blue color. And so thank you for that. Would I recommend this? Sure. If you've got the $60, if it's something that's in your budget that you can spend for some self-care and you use them, give it a go. The next product is the Herbivore Jade Depuffing Face Roller. I purchased this. It was impulse buy at Sephora. And what's interesting about that, there's a little overlap here because this does the same thing as the globes. But what's interesting about that, this is of course a lot less expensive. And also it actually feels cooler than the globes do. This one I keep in the box, in the fridge, and the Fraicheurs, I keep the globes I keep in the freezer. Even so, the Jade roller actually is cooler. So anyway, it does the same thing. It does the same thing. It depuffs. What I like about this too is that you can use this, you put on a face mask and then you can put this over it to help the ingredients in the face mask sink in. So it's probably the most affordable. This is probably the most convenient. It has the little eye roller that I never use. So there you go. So yeah, I definitely think that this was probably the best purchase of the bunch. The only thing that I would add to that is that this one doesn't have the heft that the Globe has. So the Globe actually, it has a certain amount of weight because of the liquid that maybe you can get a better effect than the Jade roller because it's small. It's not as heavy. And so you actually have to exert pressure. So, I mean, it really depends on your preference. This is half the price of this. So there you have it. Fourth and last product is the Clarisonic. And this is a birthday present that my sister gave me many, many moons ago. And I used it religiously because I used to have oily skin and it's always been congested, still is today. Then I went to the dermatologist and they said, no, don't exfoliate your skin every day. They liked the product, but they thought that it's not a good idea. It may cause micro tears, and also your skin will overproduce oil if you're constantly depriving it of oil. So also since then, most dermatologists say that they prefer chemical exfoliants to any kind of device or, little gritty anything in your skincare. So that's what I've been doing. So I haven't touched this. Clarisonic company is shutting down to help L'Oreal, the parent company, focus its attention on other business offerings. And I quote. So there you have it. Okay, I have two serious updates for today. The first is about carcinogen being found in sunscreen again. Coppertone has recalled sunscreen products that are made specifically for babies. It's a spray. The sprays are bad. Stay away from the sprays. Benzene is a carcinogen that was found. I did a video about this in July. I'll link it below when Johnson & Johnson pulled Neutrogena and Aveeno sunscreens. I'll also link a recent news article. You can take a look and get a list. If you have sunscreen, certainly continue using sunscreen. Just make sure that the sunscreen that you're using isn't on the list that has carcinogens. The second update is about Mel Thompson. She's a beautiful and talented beauty YouTuber. And if you're triggered by unsettling news, this is not good. You may want to click off. I'm sure many of you know who enjoyed her beauty content that she passed away last week. Most of us who loved her and her content know that she was dealing with a lot of health issues because she talked about it in her videos. She was very open about it. Most importantly, if you're distraught by sad or unexpected news, and perhaps you didn't know, please find someone that you can trust that can provide you with some comfort, some support. That's the most important thing. Secondly, if you want to help in some way, her friend Kelsey Brianna J, who's also a lovely beauty content creator, set up a GoFundMe account for Mel's family. Mel has a husband and 4 children. If you're unable to make a donation, then maybe share the link to help spread the word. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and wear the right kind of sunscreen. Bye.